Good afternoon, everybody. I hope everybody is doing well and a very warm welcome from Inspiria Knowledge Campus. Like we promised last time, this is our second semi finale, yes, and the last one. And here on, four students will go forward to the finale, which is going to be aired somewhere around the 20th of September. Yes. So this time around, we have six students who have cut through the chase of again 10,000 participants that have come from across India. Yes, I'm very proud to announce again that in the second phase too, we garnered about 10,000 responses from all over India and presenting to you the top six semi-finalists. So team one is Anishte Sarkar from SHMD School, Jaigaon. Team 2 is represented by Amit Tugar, DAV, Bharatnagar, Nepal. Yes, we have an international participant with us. Team 3 is Soumyadeep Bala, BSF, Senior Secondary School, Senior Residency School. Team 3 is Team 4 is Aritra Das, Royal Academy, Matigara. Team 5 is Yash Agarwal, Don Bosco School, Siliguri. And Team 6 is Aditya Chetri from Delhi Public School, Siliguri. While we play along the quiz, please keep commenting in the comments box below because at the end of it, we will announce three lucky winners like we did in our first semi-finale who will be taking away 500 rupees valuation worth of Amazon vouchers. Yes, it's not about the fastest fingers first. It is not about how quick you respond. It is about how participative you are along with the quiz. So as our quiz master keeps throwing questions to our participants, please play along, and the more participative you are in your nature, the chances of you winning keeps going higher. So yes, three winners will be announced at the end of the quiz, and all the best to all the participants. Now I'd like to hand it over to our able quiz master, Mr. Gautam Bose, the owner of Grey Cells, who's been doing this with us for the past 5 years and not breaking the legacy, doing it for the sixth year round, even though we've gone digital with this quiz. Over to you, Gautam Bose.
So much, Gunjan. Thank you so much. Thank you for that kind introduction. And ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, to all the participants, it's my immense pleasure to welcome one and all. First to the participants and those who are watching us on Facebook and YouTube. Thank you very much for joining us at the second semi-final of InspiriaQ 2020, the first digital format of this quiz. So let's give it up for Inspiria for organizing this quiz. Well done, Inspiria. All right, so as Gunjan was informing all of you that I've been associated with this brand for the past 6 years, including this one. And each time the level of participation that I've seen, it just gets better. I'm hoping that the second semi-final is going to be as competitive and as crackerjack as the first semi-final, because I'm sure the six participants at least, they would have watched the first semi-final and the great competition that we had there. In a similar format, top four teams from here onwards, they will qualify for the grand finale. And but then winning is everything, as I say. But if you want to strategize well, the first strategy from today's contest should be being one amongst the top four. That is how you go to your next step towards the grand finale. And if you end up winning there or being one of the three podium finishers, there are some interesting prizes. Let me at this point in time also give a heads up to our Facebook and YouTube audience. So you are free to play along with us. The questions though are for the teams first, but once they miss or they cannot answer, which I don't think is going to be on too many occasions, you can definitely try and answer then. And obviously apart from that, I'll have dedicated questions for you. So play along, be as interactive as you can, and at the end of the day, we'll try and give you some interesting prizes. So very quickly, let's do a quick introduction. All the six participants, never mind if I inadvertently call you instead of participants as teams because we are still getting used to lone wolf pattern of quizzing in the online format. So sometimes I may call you teams instead of participants, right? So we'll have a quick introduction. Don't keep it very long, just a brief introduction about yourself and the class that you study. So starting with participant number one, who is from the beautiful hamlet of Jaigaon, which I believe is at the border of India and Bhutan, from SHND. Over to you, please introduce yourself.
Yes, sir.
Yes, can you please introduce yourself? SHMD Jaigaon.
Hello, everyone. I am representing SHMD school. My name is Anish Desarkar. Hello, everyone.
Hello, hello. And let's clap for SHMD Jaigaon because please remember, at the end of the day, all the 6 participants that we have today amongst us, they are only, I was about to use the word lucky, but then I remembered it's not about luck, but about incredible competition because over 10,000 people participated, if not more, participated in the online elimination round. So these are the brightest 6 students that we have got for you. So well done, SHMD Jaigaon, for being one of the 6 participants today, and I wish you all the best for today's quiz. Moving on to
Thank you, sir.
right of the screen towards DAV Viratnagar, which is an international school, as international participant rather, as Gunjan was saying. So DAV Viratnagar, your name and you are in which class?
Sir, I am in class 12.
All right, and your name please?
Amit Dugar.
All right, welcome to you and all the best. Without
Thank you, sir.
wasting any more time, let's quickly move on to BSF Kollamtala, who is participant number 3. BSF Kollamtala, where is Kollamtala? Just tell us something about it because we have a lot of audience pan-India who might not know where Kollamtala is. So if you can quickly tell us where this town is.
Sir, actually it is situated in West Bengal, Siliguri.
All right, and your name please?
So my name is Somiti Bala. I am from BSF Senior Secondary Residential School. I am in class 12 Science.
Science, I presume.
Yes, sir.
You're pursuing the science stream or the commerce stream?
So Science.
Great. All right, BSF Kollamtala, all the best to you as well. Let's see how this pans out. Moving on to Royal Academy. Yes, the clap should be always, whenever we are introducing a participant, you should clap heartily because I cannot press on this point enough that these are amongst the best from the 10,000 odd participants who participated in the initial round. Moving on to participant number 4 from Royal Academy. What's your name, sir? Royal Academy, there is some audio issues. I can't hear you, so if you can do that once again. All right, no, it's the audio is not coming through, so we'll try and figure that out. In the meanwhile, let's move on to team number 5 and somebody from Inspiria, if you can sort out the audio issues of Royal Academy because he's not audible. Moving on to participant number 5 from Don Bosco Siliguri. Hello, Don Bosco Siliguri, welcome. What's your name?
Hello, sir. Sir, this is Yash Agarwal. I study in the Moscow School, Siliguri, class 12.
All right, Yash, great to have you. And when you answer as we go along in the quiz, please, I can't stress on this point enough because we are physically not together in the same place. So we are participating from different locations of the country. So please be a little louder. Very loud rather, so that I can hear you clearly. Moving on to the 6th and the final team for today. Wonderful smile from DPS Siliguri, which I immensely like. Yes, DPS Siliguri, welcome to second semi-final. What's your name?
So my name is Aditya Chetri and I'm representing DPS Siliguri.
All right. Welcome, DPS Siliguri. I would also urge you to speak into the microphone and a little louder. All right, so that's about it. So welcome to all the six participants once again. Inspiria, thank you very much for hosting this quiz in the midst of this raging pandemic. But pandemic or no pandemic, the show must go on and we will continue to have a good time through this quiz. All right, without any further ado, let's move on to the quiz and let me tell you about the rounds that I have for you today. There are different rounds, which means differential scoring for certain rounds. We will start with something which is rather easy. It's just to give points to everybody. So the first round is essentially a round on multiple choice questions. The scoring pattern, listen to me very carefully. The scoring pattern is you get only one try. Each of the participants, they get only one try at each question. 4 options. If you get it right, you get a plus 10 points. Plus 10 for each correct answer. But unfortunately, if you are incorrect, there is a downside to this round as well. You lose 5 points. So it's a plus 10 or a minus 5. 4 options. All the best. Give me a moment so you can see the question on the screen. One last time to all the 6 participants, please do speak on the microphone. I call this round, what's your choice? The first question obviously is to SHMD, and questions in this round do not pass. So either you give me the right answer, in which case you get your plus 10 points. If you are incorrect, I will give out the answer and you pick a negative 5. First question, SHMD, is for you. This is your question. Which name in the human anatomy, read carefully, which name in the human anatomy is derived from the Greek goddess of rainbow? Is it A, incus, B, pupil, C, iris, or D, is it the Medusa? This is for SHMD, incus, pupil, iris, or Medusa. SHMD, I need a quick answer. You roughly have about 5 seconds for each question in this round. If I don't get an answer by that time, I'm going to treat that as a negative. Last 3
Hello?
seconds.
Hello? Can
Yes,
you hear me? Hello, can you hear me, sir?
yes, I can now. Go on. I'm waiting for your answer, SHMD.
Iris?
C, iris. All right. SHMD, Jagger. This is, since the question is directed to you and since this is the first question, I'm going to be a little lenient. But from next round onwards, please do understand we all are aware of the perils of any online engagement. Okay? So once I say your time is over, it means that literally. All right, so please do answer within 5 seconds after I have completed reading the question. Is that clear to all the teams? Hopefully so. I'm going to key in the answer of SHMD. He says it's C, iris. And opening 10 points, let's clap for our SHMD Jaigaon. He is absolutely right. The Greek goddess of rainbow is Iris, which is also a part of the human anatomy. Obviously, we all know that is part of our human eye. Okay, so well done. Let's clap for SHMD Jaigaon once again. Opening 10 points. Don Bosco Siliguri, you need to clap. Do not sit like that. All right, well done. Let's move on to the next question. Once again, answer quickly. Do not take a lot of time because there are 4 options. You should not take more time because we are trying to do this so as to avoid, I'm not distrusting or mistrusting you, but we wouldn't like if anybody uses Google or any other search engine. So this is over to DAV, participant number 2. Here comes your question on your screen. Which princely state was founded by Muhammad Sher Khan Babai? He was the founder of the Babai dynasty. Is it A, Kashmir, B, Bhopal, C, Junagadh, or is it D, Travancore? This is...
It's C, Junagadh.
It's C, Junagadh. Junagadh. That was pretty fast. I'm impressed by your speed. But let's see whether you get your 10 points or you lose 5 points. I'm going to key in C Junagadh, which is also correct. Let's clap for DAV Viratnagar, our team from Nepal. Well done to you. All right, let's move on to team number 3, who is from BSF Kodamtala, Siliguri. Here comes your question on the screen. Which chemist charged with tax fraud and selling adulterated tobacco was guillotined? Oh, was guillotined. Is it Mendeleev? Is it Lavoisier? Is it Humphrey Davy? Is it Henry Cavendish? Is it Mendeleev, Lavoisier, Davy, or Cavendish? This is a direct for participant number 3 from BSF Kolkata. Last 3 seconds.
So it's Mendeleev.
Mendeleev, a very important name in science. Obviously, he did a lot of things. As we know, the modern periodic table is all courtesy him. But unfortunately, that's the wrong answer. And to my other participants, please do not clap for a wrong answer. That would be cynical of you. Mendeleev is incorrect. So you lose 5 points. But whenever we get a wrong answer or all the teams pass, that means it's good news for our Facebook and YouTube audience. It is open for you. You have 3 choices to guess the correct answer from. Is it Lavoisier, Humphrey Davy, or Henry Cavendish? Who do you think amongst the 3 was charged with tax fraud, selling adulterated tobacco, amongst other things, and was eventually guillotined? There are a lot of clues. Guillotine. So think about the historical context. Think about, well, I should not give more hints because in any ways this is easy. I'm going to keep this open for another couple of seconds so that our live audience can participate. There are prizes, mind you, for people who have the greatest engagement, who are watching this quiz throughout. So please do answer. All right, I think I'll give out the answer now. Here comes the right answer. It is Lavoisier. It is Lavoisier. We were talking about the French Revolution, hence guillotine. That should have been easy for all who are attempting. All right, not to worry, BSF Kodamtala, this was just your first direct question. We still have a long way to go, and I'm sure you can make amends in the later part of the quiz. For the moment, we move on to team number 4, rather participant number 4 from Royal Academy, Matigora. Here comes your question on your screen.
Yes,
Your question is, River of Stories by Arijit Sen is considered by some as one of the first graphic novels of India. Mind you, I'm talking about the first graphic novel. What is it based upon? Your choices are, is it based upon the cleaning of the Ganga, hence the Ganga Action Plan? Is it about the Sundarbans Delta? Is it about the Himalayan glaciers? Or is it about the Narmada Bachao Andolan? This is a direct for participant number 4 from Royal Academy. Ganga Action
sir.
Plan.
D. Narmada Bachao Andolan.
Yes, once again, please.
Sir, D. Narmada Bachao Andolan.
Absolutely correct. Let's clap for participant number 4. That's plus 10 points. It is indeed about the Narmada Bachao Andolan, and he gets his 10 points. Moving on now to participant number 5, who is from Don Bosco Siliguri. Here comes your question on your screen. In which sport is Fuad Mirza going to represent India at the Tokyo Olympics, as and when that happens? Only as the 3rd Indian ever to do so and the first in over 2 decades. You'll just have to give me the name of the sport in which he's going to represent India at the Tokyo Olympics. Is it in artistic swimming? B. Sailing, C. Equestrian, or is it D. Surfing? Think hard. Artistic swimming, sailing, equestrian, or surfing? Last 3 seconds.
Option C,
Once again, please.
equestrian. Option C, equestrian.
That's option C. Is absolutely correct. Let's clap, let's clap. Plus 10 points. Plus 10 points for Don Bosco Siliguri. All right, now to all the 6 participants, hear me very, very carefully because this is going to be essential to the final outcome of the quiz. All ears, all of you are hearing, give me a thumbs up if all of you are hearing me. Cool. I'm going to give you a very important piece of advice. Whenever you get a right answer, please do clap. Otherwise, we'll all fall off to sleep, okay? So please do clap. This was a right answer, so let's clap once again, shall we? For participant number 5. Well answered. Very quickly, we have come to the last question of the opening round. Hopefully, our 6th participant can get his 10 points. Here comes his question on the screen. SAD, which stands for Seasonal Affective Disorder. Zip code, which obviously stands for Zone Improvement Plan. POSH, which stands for Port Out, Starboard Home, as we see in ships, as we see in certain localities, we call it POSH. SOS, which is Save Our Ship. Adidas, which is All Day I Dream About Sport. These are some of the examples from a varied range. In English, my question is, what are these examples called? Are they all retronyms, cryptonyms, backronyms, or metonyms? What are such words in English referred to as? Are they called retronym, cryptonym, backronym, or metonym? This is the last question for participant number 6 from DPS Siliguri. May we have your answer now, DPS Siliguri? Last 3 seconds. 3, 2.
Option number C, cryptonym.
Option number C. Please be kind enough as to read out the option also. Option, don't be lazy. Option number C is what? Cryptonym, my dear friend. Option number C is cryptonym. That is your answer. Let's key that in. Is incorrect. It's not cryptonym. So DPS Siliguri picks up a negative 5 points. This is a very interesting question for our YouTube and Facebook audience. These are only some of the examples from a huge number of such examples. SAD, which is Seasonal Affective Disorder. Zip code, which is Zone Improvement or Zonal Improvement Plan. POSH, Put Out, Starboard Home. SOS, we would have heard that many a times. Save Our Ship or Save Our Souls for that matter. Adidas, All Day I Dream About Sport. Now these are certain English words referred to as what? Cryptonym has already been keyed in, so you have 3 more options to choose from. Retronym, backronym, metonym. I'm going to keep that open for another 4 to 5 seconds for our lovely audience to try and give us this answer. Retronym, backronym, metonym. All right. I hope all of you are have become almost keyboard ninjas and are typing in those answers thick and fast. Now is the time when I'm going to reveal the answer to this one. Let's click the option. It is called backronym. Such words are called backronym because All Day I Dream About Sport is a very popular figment of imagination for what Adidas stands for. Actually, it has nothing to do with the acronym or the backronym, to be more precise about this. Adidas essentially is named upon the founder of the company, Adi Dassler. That is how it gets its name. Similarly, posh. We refer to the word posh in various contexts. We call certain localities as posh localities. So one of the popular stories, an urban legend, if it were, is that the word posh or the expansion of posh actually comes from posh cabins from ships. And hence there is a acronym which says POSH stands for Port Out Starboard Ho. It is not true. Hence, all such words are called backronyms. Sometimes if you like the question, you can please exercise your muscles and clap for the question also. It takes a while to frame them, right? Yeah, now might be a good idea to clap for the question to all our 6 participants. Good. All right, so that about does it for the opening round of the quiz. I hope all of you have enjoyed. Some teams have scored, whilst others have picked up a few negatives. But as I said, not to worry. These are very early days into the quiz. And though winning is important, but what is more important strategically is essentially to be one amongst the top 4, because that is how you make your way to the next round. At the end of the first round, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, it gives me immense pleasure to read out the scores. SHMD, they are on 10 points. DAV Biratnagar from Nepal, they are also on 10 points. BSF Kadamtala, they are on a -5. Royal Academy Matigora, they are on 10 points. Don Bosco Siliguri, they are on 10 points. And the 6th participant from DPS Siliguri, he is on a -5. So those are the scores. Now let's move on to more serious stuff. Next round, generally it ought to have started, the next round that I'm going to present to you, it ought to have been the first round, but I just wanted to play it easy and give you the easier round first. But from now onwards, it does not get any easy, because no more multiple choice questions. What you will get is, I'll call this round Launchpad. In this round, listen carefully. Each team will have, or each participant will have a direct question. If you answer it correctly, plus 10 points. But there are no negatives. And questions do pass, which means I'm going to start with team number 1, SHMD. If he gives me the right answer, he gets his plus 10 and end of story. That is how we go to the next question. But if he is incorrect, not to worry, the same question then passes on to the next team, which is team 2, then 3, 4, 5, and 6. Is that clear to all of you? Any questions for me? Give me a thumbs up if you don't have any questions for me. Good. So, ladies and gentlemen, let's move on to the next round, which I call the launch pad. 6 questions. Participant from SHMD. SHMD, here comes your question. All right, this should be easy. Just give me a moment, because we are doing multiple things on multiple systems actually. All right. Look carefully. It is a common duck species which breeds in temperate Euro-Siberia and migrates south in the winter. The Eurasian variety pictured here is one of the smallest extant dabbling ducks, which is at a mere 34 to 43 centimeter in length, with an average weight of only 360 grams. The common name of the duck lends its name to a color shade. That's the interesting bit. The common name, mind you, I'm not looking for the scientific name of this extant. The common name of this extant lends its name to a color shade. Hence the question is, what is its name? This is a direct to SHMD.
Hello, sir.
Look at the picture also carefully. Yes, SHMD Jaigaon.
I think it is green-winged teal.
How do you spell that?
Green-winged teal.
Yeah, I heard that. How do you spell that? The later part of what you said.
Green-winged teal. Teal.
Yes, that is what I wanted. Green teal. So green teal was not important. Teal is fair enough. You get your 10 points. Let's clap. Let's clap for LSHMD Jai Gao. This is teal. The color teal. That is how the color looks like. Plus 10 points is what you get. Good going. Moving on to the next question. And this is going to also be very interesting. So before I present the question, which is a direct for DAV, Viratnagar, Nepal. DAV, I request you to look carefully at the picture. There is a picture and there is a textual part, but the picture part also is going to be very, very important. So all the best to you. Here comes your question. Who is most likely to wear an electrically conductive jacket called the lame connected to a body cord? The purpose of the attire is to define certain areas in the body. The purpose of this attire is to define certain areas of the body. So my question is, people belonging to which specific profession are most likely to wear this? And I will be very, very strict on this one. I need a very specific answer. This is a direct to participant number 2 from Viratnagar, Nepal. Look carefully at the picture. That is what I can tell you again. Yes, participant number 2, may we have your answer, please?
Sir, it's fencing.
Fencing. So what happens? Why are they wearing this? Just give us some story around it. Why do you think it's fencing? If at all that is correct.
Combat sport.
Yes, Viratnagar, DAV Viratnagar. I can hear some background noises also, which is not a good sign. Go
Sir,
on.
combat sports के लिए.
No, that I've got. You don't have to explain what fencing is. That we all get. My question was, why do you think this is an attire in fencing? Why do you think they wear this in fencing? What happens? They might have worn a tracksuit, but why do they specifically wear this in fencing?
What? Too tight.
No, that's not what I was looking for, but that's okay. It was not part of the question. But what our audiences might be interested in knowing is the actual reason for this. So in fencing, scoring is not only complex but very important. So how the scoring happens is, you have to check, or the umpires have to check, if the EP or the sword has touched the body of the opponent. And it happens very rapidly. So how do we check it? These are all electrical impulses. The moment the sword touches the suit of the body, a point is registered on the electronic scoreboard. Hence, they have to wear this. If you look at the backside, there are lots of electrical wiring, etc., which is attached to the main system. That is how scoring is done. Wonderful answer from DAV Viratnagar. Let's clap for him. Here comes the answer. That is what happens in fencing due to the scoring pattern. Next question is going to be a direct for team number 3, participant number 3. All that I can urge you to do is, the question is a little longer, as I can see in my secondary system. It's a little longer. But in quizzing, all that you have to do is know which words, which sentences to pick out to actually work out the answer. So all the best to participant number 3 from BSF Kodamtala. Here comes your question.
Yes, sir.
It is a unique unit of measurement. So the answer is going to be the unit of the measurement, which is specifically used to measure something. The per unit scale of 4 inches is the primary measurement scale, as that is roughly the size of a certain part of the human body. This unit of length can be traced to ancient Egyptians who had standardized system of measurement with a system based on the royal cubit. So there are ample clues. Now the English unit was earlier roughly 3 inches till Henry VIII standardized it to 4 inches in 1541. It is now the primary and probably the most important method of measuring something in various parts of the world. So there are two parts to this question. It's a direct for participant number 3. There are two parts and I need both parts correct, no part points. First part is what is the unit of measurement and what is measured with this unit. So if you think the unit of measurement is centimeter, so your answer should be centimeter and let's say height. Centimeter and height is measured. So those are the two parts. I need both the parts. It is a direct for team number 3.
Sir, it might be foot, which is measured by steps.
Steps. Okay, steps as in walking steps.
Yes, sir.
Incorrect. I'll have to pass that on to participant number 4 from Royal Academy. Royal Academy,
it's
time for rebound questions. What's your answer?
sir, I think it's 4 inches, 10.2 centimeter.
A little louder, please.
Sir, 4 inches, 10.2 centimeter.
Okay, so the unit is centimeter, and what it is used to measure, I mean centimeter is used to measure so many things, is incorrect, I'm afraid. Moving on to Don Bosco Siliguri. May we have your answer, please? If you don't know the answer or wish to pass, please do say that.
Sir, the unit is foot and it is used to measure length.
Foot and measure length is incorrect. I wouldn't have asked such silly questions. No. Moving on to the next participant, DPS Siliguri.
Sir, the unit is hand and it is used to measure length, sir.
As in hand. This hand.
Yes, sir. HAND, sir.
Yeah, I was just showing the hand. Yeah. And it is used to measure length. Okay, can you be more specific? Length of what? Length of a building? Length of anything? Anything specific?
Sorry.
Quickly, last couple of seconds.
Yes, sir. Length of horses, sir.
I'm going to pass that. Please do not put in your answer now once I've passed. Passing that to team SHMD.
Hello, sir. I think the answer should be yard, and it is used to measure the length of a ground.
As in a cricket pitch. By ground, you mean a cricket ground, a cricket pitch.
Yes, sir.
Okay, that's interesting, very interesting indeed. But unfortunately, is also incorrect. Passing that to the last team who will have a try is DFV Viratnagar. DFV Viratnagar, if you don't know the answer, you can say pass.
Sir, pass.
All right. So then, good news, it comes back to our lovely audience. There were two parts to this question. I'm sure all of you would have taken a long and hard look at the question. We did get some usual answers as in centimeters, meters, so on and so forth. Of course, if you read the question carefully, it does say that this unit is used to measure something very specific, which is the most common method of measurement of this thing around the world, at least the most common one. So I'm keeping it open for a little longer. Mind you, credits only to those who can give us both the parts correct. I first want the unit of measurement and then the usage of this unit, what it is used to measure. Think hard. Last few seconds, and as we did say in the right at the start, that the participant with most engagement, with most number of correct answers, we'll figure out to give you some interesting prizes also. So keep those answers coming thick and fast. All right, so I'll give out the answer right now. I did get one part of the answer correct from one of our participants, but I did mention at the very onset that there are no part points on this one. This, believe you me, is actually hand, as in a human hand. Hand is the unit of measurement, and what is the hand used to measure? It is the most popular measurement tool to measure horses. Horses, horses are not measured in centimeter, meters, feet, or any such. It is human hands. So the two parts of the question would be the human hand and horses. Here comes the answer on the screen. That is the complete answer that I was looking for. A horse measuring under 14.3. So in racing, horse racing, etc., how do you actually define whether a horse is as in a fully grown horse or is it still a pony? So a horse which measures under 14.3 hands is technically called a pony. Anything which is 14.3 and above is technically called a horse. So those were the two answers. All right, nobody gets any points on this one. Next direct question is for participant number 4 from Royal Academy. All the best with your direct question. Here it comes. Should be easy, at least comparatively easier. Born as Abdul Hai, which legendary Indian poet chose his pen name while he was reading Allama Iqbal's elegy on Mirza Dal, which meant quote-unquote wizard. His first name meant quote-unquote wizard. He was born as Abdul Hai. Who is this legendary Indian poet? All of us know about him. At least should know.
Sahir Ludhianvi.
Sahir Ludhianvi is what the Royal Academy says. He says that quite confidently and almost emphatically. And when somebody does that, it generally means they are absolutely aware of the right answer. Let's clap for participant number 4. That is indeed the great poet, lyricist, Sahir Ludhianvi. Of course, he is known for his well, let's call it partnership with Amrita Pritam. But this is the great Sahil Ludhianvi. Wonderful answer. Let's clap once again, by the way, for Royal Academy. They get their 10 points on this one. Moving on to the next question, which is coming on your screen. This also is an interesting bit of trivia. Otto von Bismarck. So look at the chair carefully. The question pertains to that. Bismarck is credited with popularizing the office chair, the one that I'm right now sitting upon, by distributing these chairs throughout the parliament during his tenure in office. Though another famous person from a completely unrelated field was the one who was the earliest known innovators to have created what we know as the modern office chair. So what he did was something very interesting. He put casters or wheels on the chair in his study so that he could get to his specimens more quickly. Because while sitting on the chair, if the chair had wheels, he could travel to different nooks and corners of his office space, and that is how he could reach to different things, his specimens, books, whatever. My question is, which unlikely person, he is not related to this field at all, of furniture, etc., but is a giant of a person. Which very well-known person is the first to innovate this? This is a direct question for Don Bosco Siliguri.
Charles Darwin.
Darwin. Out of all the people, Charles Darwin, I'm very interested to know why did you come up with that name? I'm interested to know your thinking. Why do you think it's Charles Darwin?
Sir, actually, I had read this thing in an article, which I write articles, so I had read this somewhere on a tidings box, somewhere like that.
All right. So I believe you absolutely, but be rest assured, I did not put in this question for the same article. Nevertheless, let's clap emphatically for Don Bosco. What a wonderful answer that is. This is indeed the great Charles Darwin. Don Bosco, they pick up 10 points for this one. Moving on to something more parochial, something to do with Bengal. I'm not sure how many of you are fans of Bengali movies, but this question is pertaining to that. Asur, or in Bengali, Oshu, is a 2020 Bengali language drama film written and directed by Babel Bhattacharjee. It stars popular actors Jeet, Abir Chatterjee, and Nusrat Jahan in lead roles. My question is, if you've seen the movie, you would get certain ideas. The movie is a dedication to which icon from West Bengal? The movie is dedicated to whom is my question. This is the last question of this round. It's a direct for participant number 6 from DPS Siliguri. Again, a giant name, very, very popular name.
Asur King Mahisasur, sir.
No, that's so you think is dedicated to Mahisasur itself. All right, makes sense in a way if you have seen the movie, but that's not the correct answer though. Moving that to participant number 1, SHMD.
Sir, the answer is I think Ram King Corbage.
Hold on, SHMD. I will put in though I have already got the answer from Team 6, but I will use my discretion. He is a real life person. I'm not looking for a fictional character, okay, or mythological character like Team 6 said. It is a real life person.
Sir, the answer is Ram King Corbage.
Ram Kinkar Bej. And why is he famous? What does he do? I love to ask these additional things.
He is a sculptor. He was a famous.
Say no further, ladies and gentlemen. What an awesome answer! What an awesome answer! Let's clap emphatically for SHMD Jaigaon. Wonderful 10 points on the rebound. This is indeed the great Ram King Corbage. The movie is dedicated to him. Just a quick unscientific snap polling, so to speak. Out of the 6 people, just put your hands up. How many of you have seen the movie? Put your hands up. SHMD, of course, has. Don Bosco also has. So I'm very pleased to know that. It was one of those, well, though it's a subjective term, but I like the movie. And it had all to do with Durga Puja and Asur and all of that. So Ram King Corbage is the correct answer. Wonderful going from all the teams, but this is where...
Excuse me, sir.
not really. Why not ask another audience question, since our audience has been so kind to have been following us since the first question itself. So let's go to an audience question. This is specifically for you. So all the 6 participants, what you can do is relax for the moment. This is not for you, only for the audience. The audience question: in 1803, British scientist Smithson Tennant discovered this extremely hard, brittle and silvery white transition metal. Its discovery is intertwined with that of platinum. It is considered to be the second densest metal after osmium. However, at room temperature and standard atmospheric pressure, it is found to have even higher density to osmium. Which metal am I talking about? And the picture of the metal is also put in if that works out as an additional clue. Mind you, this question is for our audience. And once again, to reiterate, the audience with most correct answers and most engagement will get some lovely prizes courtesy Inspiria. So think hard. I'm sure you would have studied, learnt about this metal in your chemistry textbooks, class 9 onwards. It's not a difficult question. I'm going to keep that on for another few seconds. All right, I have tabulated the scores also in the meanwhile. So let's go to the answer. Let me reveal the answer to our audience. Congratulations to all those who have got it right. It's iridium. Iridium is a metal that I was looking for, which is a derivative of platinum and so many other additional information that was part of the question. It's the quiz, we are left with a few more questions only. The next few rounds are also going to be interesting and I'm sure highly competitive. But before we move there, as in life, what is most important is the balance sheet. At the end of the second round, ladies and gentlemen, this is how the score sheet looks like.
Sir.
SHMD, participant number 1, on 30 points and is leading the quiz. So, round of applause, please, for SHMD Jaigao, which is a bordering town between India and Bhutan. It's a lovely, lovely place. I've gone there once actually. So, well done to SHMD. To team number 2 now, DAV Biratnagar from Nepal on 20 points. Good going. BSF Kolomtola, they are yet to open their account. Actually, they are on -5. Royal Academy, participant number 4 on 20 points. Don Bosco Siliguri on 20. And DPS Siliguri on -5.
Sir, excuse me, sir.
Yes, please introduce yourself because I can't see who's speaking.
I'm DPS Siliguri, sir.
DPS Siliguri, yes, DPS.
Yes, sir, from the previous question, sir, I answered, sir, the question which was related with the...
I still can't hear you. You have to be louder.
I answered you, sir, back then, sir, the question which was related
Which
with
question?
the horse.
Which question?
The horse, sir. So the unit thing, sir.
No, I have already heard hand, so I'm going to use my discretion on that. I did say I need both the parts correct, and once I pass you, hear me out, DPS Siliguri. We do not want to engage in a one-on-one discussion. One, please understand there are issues with online rounds, so you should get your audio, etc., completely in line so that we can all hear you. I did hear hand, but I needed both the parts correct, which team number 1, I believe, gave it. So I'm not going to give you points on that. Let's move on to the next rounds then. And it is a reminder in a way to the other teams also now. As I said, there are participants from Nepal, from a bordering area in Bhutan. There are some people. I'm sitting at Calcutta. Obviously, there are bandwidth issues at your side. So if I don't hear the answer in real-time basis, no matter if the others have heard it, if the quizmaster cannot hear it, I will not be able to give you any points. So be very clear about that. Be loud when you speak and speak into the microphone. Let's move on to the next round, the third round of the quiz. I call this round Picture Perfect, which means this is a very audience-friendly round, so to speak, because all questions are on videos or visuals. Scoring pattern is still the same. It's plus 10 points if you get the answer correct. If you do not get it correct, no negatives at all. The question then passes on to the next neighboring team. But on this round, what I'm going to do is to make the seating positions absolutely inconsequential. I'm going to alter the direction of the round. Until now, we were going in a clockwise direction, but now we'll go in a counter-clockwise direction, which means we'll start with participant number 6, DPS Siliguri. Then we'll go to team 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Is that clear to all of you? Scoring pattern is still the same. It's a plus 10 and no negatives. First question, DPS Siliguri. Please be loud once I ask you to answer, okay? All questions on videos. Here comes the first question. All right, these are all videos, so relax. You don't have to answer in a hurry right away. The video that I'm going to play out for you has something to do with the world of technology, and I want a very specific answer. In what way is this connected to the world of technology is my question. It's a direct for number 6. SHMD Jaigao and Royal Academy, these are the only 2 thumbnails that is visible on my screen. So please do not answer. Please keep yourselves in the mute mode. But just give me a thumbs up if you can hear the volume on the video. If you can hear the video, just give me a thumbs up. I haven't played it now. Once I play, if you can hear it, just give me a thumbs up. Okay, here comes the video.
This is the iconic California Highway 1, cutting through one of the most stunning meetings of land and sea, longest and most scenic stretch of undeveloped coastline in the United States. The drive along Highway 1 is in a class all to its own, characterized by raw beauty and an intense maritime energy. No joke, when you drive this 70 or so mile stretch of highway, you are going to want to pull over every 10 minutes and stop at the Vista points. It's another beautiful day in California. What do you say, Mike Sheffer?
I absolutely love it here. One of the nicest drives I've ever been on in my life.
It's also interesting, none of these Vista points really have names. They're just patches on the side here. There's our SUV point. But they're all up and down the road. I'm talking 1, 2, 3, 4 Vista points within a quarter of a mile. You have these massive waves crashing below me on a beautiful white sand beach. Every mile you want to stop on the side of the road like we are right here. And
all right, that was the video. It's a direct for participant number 6 from DPS Siliguri. You have to give me the entire story. How is this video connected to the field of technology? Participant 6, I need your answer now.
Sir, Highway 1 is the name of a company, sir.
Okay, so what is this connection to technology?
It's about a hardware company, sir.
My dear friend, you have to be much louder.
Sir, Highway 1 is related to the hardware company, sir. Name of the hardware company.
You have to be more specific. Don't leave anything to my imagination. If it is to a company, what is the name of the company?
Highway 1.
No, you said it has something to do with a hardware company, right? No, I don't think I can give you any points, and this is a reminder to all the teams. Please don't leave anything to my imagination. If you think the video has something to do with a technology company, then please give out the name of the company. Don't say it is some company. You don't get points for giving such answers. Moving on, Don Bosco Siliguri. Don Bosco, you need to unmute yourself.
Sir, it is not like.
Shouldn't be difficult. Shouldn't be difficult.
Sir, I think I'll let that go.
Let that go. There are no negatives, mind you. So whatever comes to your mind, you can say there are no negatives. I hate when teams pass. Whatever is coming to your mind, just.
The company is somewhere located near. The hardware company is somewhere located near the Silicon Valley.
All right. So this video is essentially what you're saying is from the Silicon Valley area.
Yes, sir.
Is it correct? Passing that to Royal Academy. I need a very specific answer, mind you. Royal Academy.
Sir, it's around USA.
Okay.
Anywhere part of USA.
So what is this connection to technology?
So pass.
It is located in USA and pass. All right, never mind. Passing that to BSF Palamtola. Think technology. What has this video got to do with technology? Not in the literal sense. Not in the literal sense. You have to think laterally.
So maybe it is related to computers or software developments.
Okay, this is which team speaking? Is that BSF Palamtola?
Yes, sir.
Okay, once again, please, BSF.
So maybe it's related to software companies situated in California.
If it is related to software company, my friend, which company? You have to be specific. Any idea, BSF?
So maybe Microsoft.
Number 2, I don't think I can give you any more time. To DAV, Viratnagar. DAV, I need your answer now, quickly.
Sir, it's globally connected to Australia.
Passing that to SHMD.
I think it is the company in Beijing of hardware, electronic hardware company, and the name I think is Vista Point.
Okay, so you think the connection is Vista Point. Is incorrect. All right, so we have taken in the answers from all the 6 participants, 6 good participants. Unfortunately, nobody was even close to the actual answer that I was looking for. To our audience, I can throw in an additional clue. The additional clue is current affairs. very specific to technology. So the name of this place has something to do with a certain technology. Think hard. Last couple of seconds. Current affairs, so to speak. The name of the place has something to do with a certain technology. All right, I think I'll give out the answer right now. To all fans of Apple products, what is the name of the new Apple iOS? It's called the Big Sur. The latest Apple iOS is called the Big Sur. This is the Big Sur, and that is how the Big Sur gets its name. Now, Google has a different way of naming its software, or OS rather. It generally names it on various sweet items, candy, sweets, etc. But Apple and the iOS in question, they have named it the Big Sur on this beautiful, beautiful place called the Big Sur. Here comes the answer on screen. Mac OS is what I was looking for. All right, so only the quiz master would get some points on this. Not really. I'm sure our audience, our Facebook audience, YouTube audience, a lot of them would have got the right answer. Moving now to the next question, which is direct for Don Bosco Siliguri. Don Bosco Siliguri, all the best to you. Here comes your question. Identify the palace. Again, for this one, I need a specific answer. Please just don't give me the name of any state. Let's say, don't call it the West Bengal Palace, okay? You wouldn't get any points. So be specific. What is the name of this palace? And along with it, if you can say where it is. It is one of the most impressive palaces in India. Here it comes. All right, enough of that. This is a direct for Don Bosco Siliguri. I hope he gets his 10 points. So what is going to be your answer? The name of the palace.
Sir, palace in Mysore.
This is the Mysore Palace. Is incorrect. Passing that to Royal Academy.
Sir, this is Sir Umaid Bhawan Palace.
It is located in which city?
Jodhpur.
Umaid Bhawan Palace and Jodhpur is your answer. Is incorrect to BSF Padumtala.
Sir, maybe it Rajbari.
And where is it located?
Sir, Calcutta.
All right, interesting. Is incorrect though. Passing that to team to participant 2, DAV Viratnagar.
Sir, Mysore Palace.
He has already said that Mysore Palace is incorrect. Passing that to SHMD.
I think it is located in Rajasthan, but I am not getting the name of the palace.
Okay, Rajasthan would have around 10,999 palaces. No, just kidding. You have to be more precise than that, SHMD. Where in Rajasthan, at least the city, and then try and guess the name of the palace. No? Okay, I'll pass that across to DPS Siliguri now. DPS Siliguri, I need your answer.
City Palace, Jaipur.
is incorrect. So I'm done with both the teams. As often in case of online quizzes, questions which are difficult to Google are always difficult to answer. I had to say that. This is not a palace located anywhere in Rajasthan. So let me give out a clue to our Facebook audience and YouTube audience. Think about central India. The name of the palace comes in later. First, try and figure out the name of the city. It's a city, it was a city at a certain point in time with great significance. Central India, it's not in Rajasthan. That's the wrong state to begin with. Think about the name of the city, then try and figure out the name of this beautiful, majestic palace. All right, so some people have given in answers, so let me now make it even easier. The name of the city I'm talking about is Gwalior. This is in the princely town of Gwalior. Hence, what is the name of the palace? It is a wonderful tourist location also. Here comes the answer on the screen. This is the Jai Vilas Mahal Palace in the city of Gwalior, otherwise known as the Jai Vilas Palace. All right, so to all the Facebook audience who have given this lovely answer, congratulations to you. The first two questions, well, they are turning out to be a little difficult to the first two participants, but I'm hoping the participant number 4, for whom the next question is directed at, will give the right answer to the next question. As a Bengali, how can I not ask a question which is from the world of food and cuisine? It is about a fascinating chicken dish. All that you have to do is give me the name of the dish. Mind you, I've been extra nice to all of you by telling you that it is a dish which does not originate from West Bengal, but it originates from the western part of the country, Western India. Western India, I could have been more specific, but that would have made it very easy. So Western India roughly would mean Maharashtra, Gujarat, Goa, all of them taken together. A very fascinating chicken dish. Here comes the question. It is a direct for Royal Academy. There is no volume on this one. We have purposefully cut out the audio. So watch carefully. Ginger, cloves, black peppercorns, star anise, cinnamon, lot of ingredients that goes into this this particular wonderful dish. Cumin seeds, cardamoms. Is there anything left? Almost everything. It is a longish video. Now starts the cooking. All the masalas are thrown in. All right, somebody was trying to join us, hence the video stopped. No worries, we'll try and play that once again. Alok, if you can hear me, Atul was trying to join in, so our video stopped. I had to admit it because that was during the screen, which has now frozen our screen. Oops. All right, don't worry, this part will also be edited. So what I'll have to do is stop share and then start the share once again because the screen has frozen. Alok, I'll request you to please be online so that if anybody wants admittance, you can do that.
Yes, I'm here.
It is going to take some time now because we have to reshare this. All right. Here it is. It is a longish video. Too bad I cannot offer you the actual dish. All that I can do is show you the video of the preparation of this dish. But mind you, a very famous dish originating from the western part of India. It is synonymous to a particular state. So I'm giving you that additional clue. This chicken dish is synonymous to a particular state in India. That is pretty much the gist of this dish. Tamarind and coconut added, and voila, yummy looking chicken dish. That's about it. This is a direct for Royal Academy Matigara, yummy looking dish. What is its name?
Sir, I think it's chicken shawarma.
Yeah, the chicken part is going to be common, but the later part of your answer is not correct. So I'm going to pass that on to BSF Kadamtala.
So
it is mandatory, just hold on, it is mandatory, just to reiterate, it is mandatory for all the participants to keep their videos switched on at all points in time. You can mute yourself, but your video should be switched on. Yes, passing that to BSF Kadamtala.
So it may be coconut chicken or something.
Coconut chicken, an uninspiring name. That could be the way it was prepared, but it has a specific name. Please try and work out in a quiz. Working out is very essential. I had given you a couple of additional inputs by saying it is synonymous to a certain state in India, which is in the western part. Is it correct? Passing that to DAV, participant number 2.
Chicken.
Chicken what?
Kolhapuri.
Kolhapuri. That comes from Maharashtra. It's very, very spicy, but I'm afraid this is not the chicken Kolhapuri. But good try nevertheless. Passing that on to the next team, SHMD.
So pass.
So if you have to say pass, please say chicken pass. That makes more sense, since it is a chicken dish. All right, so we'll call it chicken pass. Passing that to DPS Siliguri. DPS Siliguri.
Chicken Vindaloo, sir. Chicken Vindaloo.
Vindaloo. Chicken Vindaloo. Passes on to Don Bosco Siliguri. All I can say is do not pass. Listen to the other answers. Team DPS Siliguri just said Vindaloo. And I had certain exclamation for a reason. It's not chicken Vindaloo. Hence,
chicken zakuti.
How do you spell that?
XACUTI.
Chicken Shakuti said no further. Well answered. Finally, what an awesome answer. That is indeed chicken Shakuti, a very famous dish originating from the state of Goa, although it has Portuguese origin, but Goa has made it its own. So Vindaloo also comes from the same region, hence I waited for so long and I had that, exclamation. But this is not chicken Vindaloo, but indeed chicken Shakuti. Here comes the answer. So that's 10 points for Don Bosco Siliguri. Can I request all of you to once again please clap for Don Bosco Siliguri? That was a very good answer. Well, I can't offer you chicken shakuti right now. Probably once the lockdown is lifted, and if we meet sometime in the near future, I'll be more than happy to offer you that. For the moment, let's move on to the next question, which is going to be a direct for BSF. Kadam Tala, here comes your question shortly. All right, this is very important. So I'll urge all the teams to listen carefully. The video is probably not that important, but the spoken words are very important. So listen carefully. This is a poem, a famous English poem. There are two parts to this question. You'll have to give me the name of the poem as well as the name of the poem. Now, it is not from some poetry competition, but it has some popular relevance. So here comes the question. It's a direct for BSF Kodum Tala. The moment you have this, you know what I'm talking about. Now listen carefully, the poem and the poet.
Traveler from an antique land who said, "Two vast and trunkless legs of stone stand in the desert. Near them, on the sand, half sunk, a shattered visage lies, whose frown and wrinkled lip and sneer of cold command tell that its sculptor well those passions red which yet survive, stamped on these lifeless things. The hand that mocked them and the heart that fell, and on the pedestal these words appear. My names, look on my works, ye mighty and despair."
All right, that should be enough. You know the popular relevance. Many of you would have seen this many times over. It is one of my favorite soap operas, if I can term it as that, though it is a disservice to call it a soap opera. But anyways, who is the poet and the name of the poem? I need both. For this one, we will give part points. So 5 points for either of the two ingredients that I'm looking at.
Sir, the poem. So the name of the poem may be so Lifeless.
Lifeless is the name of the poem. And who's the poet?
Sir, so let me pass this question.
Take a guess. There are no negatives. Why worry? Any poet that comes to your mind? And this is not some small poet. Very, very famous poet. Because if you guess it well, you might get 5 points for the poet. Can't think of any names. BSF?
Yes, sir.
All right, we'll have to pass that now to DAB. DAB, Viratnagar.
Nask. Ogden Nask, maybe.
Once again, please.
Ogden Nask.
No. Passing that to SHMD.
Ozymandias by P.B. Shelley.
Ozymandias at P.B. Shelley. And this is from what work of art? Let me call it art. Yeah, that's an additional question, SHMD. This is from what you saw in what you saw on your screen. It is from which very famous series?
That I don't know, sir. I have listened the audio carefully. That's why I.
Oh, you're not aware of the series, which is good at your age, because this is not fit for your age as of now. But this is a very famous poem, Ozymandias by P.B. Shelley. And if you get an opportunity to watch this series, the particular episode itself was named Ozymandias. So wonderful answer. Let's clap for SHMD Jaigaon. He's right on both counts. This is indeed Ozymandias by P.B. Shelley. All right, let me first give the 10 points to SHMD. Next question is going to be the last one of this round, and it's a direct for SHMD. This team is running away with the quiz. He is on a lot of points. Well, we'll calculate that a little later, but he is on a lot of points. Last question. Let me give out, some heads up about the question itself. It is from the field of sports. not current sport. I mean something from antiquity, a little older. So I'll show you the video. We have cut out the audio on purpose. At least I hope so, because otherwise we'll give out the name. So you will see a sports person from a track and field event. You'll have to give me the name of the athlete. Here comes your question quickly. Identify the sports person. As I said, there is no audio on this one. All right, that's about it. Who is the sports person? Now think hard. Why should I be asking about a sports person if the sports person is not very important to the field? Why would I ask about any sports person, so to speak? SHMD, I've said enough. What's your answer?
Sir, no idea.
No idea. All right. Is no the first name and idea is the surname? No, that's good. All right. SHMD says no idea, but please do guess, because as I said, there is a reason why this question is being asked. Very, very important. Passing that on to DPS Siliguri, participant number 6.
With Joanna Kuas.
Oh, that's a tongue twister. Once again, a little
Joanna
slower.
Kuas. Joanna Kuas.
How do you spell that?
Joanna. J-O-J-O-A-N-A. Joanna Kuas.
Okay, is incorrect. See, I'm being extra nice to you so that there is no misunderstanding in the pronunciation, etc. So I'm even asking you to spell the words. But it's far way off, is not the right answer. Moving on to participant number 5, Don Bosco Siliguri.
Sir, I would like to pass.
Pass, okay. Passing that to Royal Academy.
Sir, I also passed too.
Think about the sport. Don't pass. Don't be in a hurry to pass. As I said, there is a reason why this question is there. Think about the sport. Passing that to BSF Kodamtala, participant 3.
So I would like to pass this question.
To DAV, Viratnagar.
Sir, pass.
All right. All the teams wishes to pass this one. But I kept repeating, there is a reason why this athlete featured as a question in this quiz. Think about the sport. This is to our Facebook and YouTube audience. Think about the sport. This person is most important to the sport itself. That is how important he is. This is obviously the high jump, right? This is the high jump. Before this sports person, there was a different way how sports person did the high jump. Many people did it while standing straight up and jump. There were other ways also, but the high jump as we know now is the process of the high jump as we know now is named upon this person. That is how important he is. So think. We all know about the Fosbury flop. The Fosbury flop is the technique used by high jumpers, which is the most, well, if not famous, then most preferred way of high jump. It's called the Fosbury flop. The Fosbury flop is named upon Dick Fosbury, the most important person in the history of probably high jump. This is Dick Fosbury, upon whom the Fosbury flop is named. All right, so that about does it for the third round of the quiz. We are left with 6 more questions to close the quiz. But before we do that, quick look at the scorecard at the end of the third round. Well, team number, rather participant number 1 from SHMD is leading and way ahead on 50 points. Round of applause to SHMD on 50 points. DLV Viratnagar is on 20 points. BSF Kolamtola is on -5. Royal Academy is on 20. Don Bosco Siliguri is on 30 and DPS Siliguri is on -5. So that's 50, 20, -5, 20, 30 and -5. So well done to all of you at this point in time. Let's have a round of applause, shall we, for all the 6 participants. Well done to all of you. But now we have reached the fag end of the quiz, the last round. I call this round the closing bell. Rules of this round pretty simple. 6 questions, 1 direct question to each of the participants. 10 points if you get it right. Questions do pass. There are no negatives. So it's a +10 and no negative. This time also we will stick on to the round format that we had done in the previous round. So we'll start with participant number 6 and in a counterclockwise direction we'll proceed towards team 1. So it's 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Closing bell, first question for participant number 6 from DPS Siliguri. All right, first question. The names of this fictional character, so mind you, I'm talking about fictional characters. There are 2 characters. May have originally come from an epigram written by poet John Byron. The names have since become synonymous in Western popular culture slang for any 2 people who look and act in identical ways, generally in a derogatory context. The characters made their first appearance in one of the most celebrated and most frequently quoted epigrams, satirizing the disagreements between George Friedrich Handel and Giovanni Boncini, written by John Byron. I'm looking for the name of these 2 characters. Just to simplify the question, I'm looking for the name of 2 fictional characters, mind you, 2 fictional characters whose names are used synonymously and is used to essentially define to any 2 person, their names are essentially used to define to any people who look and act similarly. So this is a popular slang. 2 people who look and act similarly. The word is actually taken from the names of these 2 fictional characters. I'm looking for the name of both the characters. It is a direct for DPS Siliguri.
Tudelam and Tudeli. Tudelam and Tudeli.
Your pronunciation is not correct, but I'm going to be lenient on this. It is Twiddledum and Twiddledee. So if I had to give a quick analogy in the vocabulary, there is something in Hindi, even sometimes in Bengali, that we call Chambu Mangu, right? Ye to Chambu Mangu hai. So the Chambu Mangu equivalent of the Western culture is Twiddledum and Twiddledee. So any 2 people who look similar, act similar, they are called Twiddledum and Twiddledee. And the origin of this is from what was referred in the question. So let's clap for participant number 6. So well answered, +10 points. Wonderful answer. This is Twiddledum and Twiddledee. Next question is for Don Bosco Siliguri. We are not left with too many questions. Mind you, you have to take risks if you want to be one of the participants to proceed to the grand finals. Here comes the next question. The United States Center for Disease Control and Prevention, otherwise known as the CDC, has recently named a mysterious respiratory illness as EVALI. Mind you, I'm talking about a respiratory illness, or a condition rather, which they have called the EVALI, E-V-A-L-I. Some cases have involved the accumulation of oil in the lungs, while others have involved an accumulation of white blood cells, both very dangerous, a marker of the immune system responding to a threat. My question is, what lifestyle habit, or rather ill habit, is attributed to this disease? In other words, what lifestyle choice leads to this disease called EVALI? What lifestyle choice? I'm talking about lungs, accumulation of oil, and accumulation of white blood cells. Hence, what condition?
Sir, smoking.
Need a specific answer, Don Bosco.
So smoking marijuana.
Smoking, I've heard smoking. What is the other part?
Marijuana.
Smoking marijuana. Oh, come on. I understand those words have now become even more popular after the tragic death of Sushant Singh Rajput and the ongoing investigation. Why I wouldn't ask that in a school quiz. Don Bosco, now we know you know all about the subject though. All right, passing that to Royal Academy. It is not marijuana. It is not smoking marijuana.
So it's cigarette or vaping product, cigarette.
Need a specific answer. Are you saying only cigarettes? I mean, as we know, cigarettes. Common cigarette. Is that your answer?
E-cigarette.
I will
E-cigarette.
give that to you now. It is e-cigarettes, not the usual cigarette which contains nicotine and all of that. This is smoking of e-cigarettes. Wonderful, wonderful answer. Let's have a huge round of applause, by the way. Full 10 points. Good going. Royal Academy, you can afford a good smile. That was a good answer, by the way. This is e-cigarettes. So Royal Academy gets 10 points. Royal Academy, chape acho kishu, Royal Academy, you can afford
No,
a
sir.
smile. Okay.
No, sir. No, sir. I'm fine, sir.
This is e-cigarettes and EVALI. Read that carefully. What does EVALI stand for? EVALI stands for e-cigarette or vaping product use associated lung injury. That is what EVALI translates to or expands to rather. All right, after that wonderful answer, let's proceed to the next question, which is going to be a direct now for Royal Academy. Royal Academy, next is your direct.
Yes, sir.
Looking for a geographical term. So if you look at the map, certain areas are highlighted in green. So that is roughly the area that the answer is going to lead you to. It is a geographical term that the Muslim Arabs gave to the region extending from Alexandria in the east to the Atlantic Ocean all the way to the west. Etymologically, it means both the western land and the place where the sun sets. In modern political geography and its context, it is a sub-region of North Africa, which includes countries like Algeria, Libya, Mauritania, parts of West Africa, Morocco, Tunisia. So what is the good name? What is the overall name given to this geographical location?
Sahara Desert.
Sahara Desert. Well, Sahara Desert may or may not be a part of this entire region. No, this region is not called the Sahara region per se. It is incorrect. Passing that to BSF Kodamtala.
Sir, it may be in the part of Arabia or something.
So what is your answer? Your answer is Arabia.
It's actually not. It may be Egypt.
Egypt is the name of a specific country, not the entire region. No, I can't give you any points. Passing that to DAV Viratnagar.
Sir, Africa.
So what is the entire continent then called? The entire continent, of course, is Africa. I'm looking for the specific region which is marked in green. No, passing that to SHMD. SHMD, who has been doing wonderfully well. Can I extract an answer from you?
The Arab, hello?
Yes, I can hear you.
Arab Maghreb,
Again, I would need the spelling.
Arab, M-A-G-H-R-E-B.
A-H-A-R-A-B. Is that what you said?
M-A-G-H-E-R-E-B.
What is the first alphabet once again? Because there is a latency in what you're saying and what I'm hearing.
Hello?
Yes. What is the first alphabet? Just give me the first alphabet.
Capital M.
Because the later part I could not hear the first alphabet. Now I will give points to you. This is the Maghreb region. Well answered. Let's clap for SHMB Jaigaon. 10 points. This is known as the Maghreb region. Egypt is not the answer because Egypt is part of the Maghreb. So are other countries like Algeria, Libya, Morocco, Tunisia, etc. This is the Maghreb region. Another 10 points. I don't think it would be easy for other participants to stop the march of SHMD Jaigaon. He has been phenomenal in today's quiz. So well done to you. Only 3 more questions to go before we close today's quiz. Next question rather is a direct for BSF Kodamtala. BSF Kodamtala, here comes your question. All right. This is your question. First created in Fairfield, Trinidad by Inamul Deen and his wife Rehman Deen. So they were husband and wife pair. I'm talking about a particular dish from the world of cuisine. It was devised by them in 1936 and they called the dish doubles. Doubles is a popular street food in Trinidad and Tobago. Eaten generally at breakfast, but sometimes as other meals also. Doubles is, so the name of the dish is doubles, okay? Doubles is a culturally significant food, which outside of Trinidad is considered a comfort food for displaced Trinidadians in major cities across the globe who have historically been marginalized as immigrants. This food is believed to be closely inspired from which Indian dish? The Trinidadian dish doubles is said to be heavily inspired from which Indian dish? I'll be more specific, from which North Indian dish? Ask any North Indian. I'm hopeful that you wouldn't get any North Indian who does not like this dish. So I'm looking for the Indian dish from where doubles is inspired. It is a direct question for BSF Kodamtala. Very common and popular North Indian dish. Mind you, I'm talking about breakfast. Generally eaten at breakfast, but can be consumed at other meals also.
Yes, sir.
What's your answer, Kodamtala?
So maybe chapatis.
Chapati. At least you are thinking, you have just missed it. It's not the chapati. Passing that to DAV Viratnagar.
Curry chana.
Once again, please.
Curry chana.
Curry chana. I know of something called curry chawal. So is it that what you meant? You mean curry chawal, is it?
Yes, sir. Chawal.
Chawal. Passing that to SHMD.
Chole bhature from Uttar Pradesh.
Chole bhature from Uttar Pradesh. Well, before I come to the right answer, I have never heard any North Indian refer to that dish synonymous to the state of Uttar Pradesh alone, because people residing in Delhi, Gurgaon, Punjab won't be happy if you call this dish from Uttar Pradesh. So let's call it a North Indian dish in that respect. Chole bhature is absolutely right. Yes, SHMD, you wanted to say something?
Yes, sir. I think it was originated from Uttar Pradesh. That's why I say.
Yeah, so I get that. I was just saying that in jest. Do not call it dish. It's just like the Rasagolla in Bengal. So to an Odia, you do not say Rasagolla from Bengal. Likewise, you do not say Chole Bhature from UP. But that's the right answer. So let's clap. Let's clap for SHMD. That's the right answer. 10 points once again. I'm running out of paper to write down your score, SHMD. Another 10 points. This is the Chole Bhature. And the picture that you see is not of Chole Bhature, but that is how doubles looks like. The picture is of the dish, Trinidadian dish called doubles. And its closest cousin is the Chole Bhature. So we have reached the penultimate question of the quiz today. 2 more questions to go. Next question is a direct for DAV Viratnagar. Here comes your question. Okay, great. So let's proceed to the penultimate question. This is going to be last direct try for DAV Viratnagar, and I'm so very happy that a team from Viratnagar from Nepal is participating. So very thankful for your participation. So this is your last direct question. Here it comes on your screen. This is about the name of an Indian river. So the name is going to be the name of the river. It has some connotation with Indian mythology. Legend has it that once Lord Shiva went begging for alms, using the skull of Lord Brahma as the begging bowl. So what happened was Shiva went to seek some alms, and he used Lord Brahma's skull as a begging bowl. Nowhere in the three worlds did he manage to get any alms. He did not get any alms. Ultimately, he went to Vaikunt, which is the abode of Lord Vishnu, and asked him for something. In return, Lord Vishnu showed his index finger. Not a good thing to do, by the way. Lord Vishnu showed his index finger to Shiva, which enraged him, obviously. So what did Lord Shiva do? He took out his Trishul and cut off Vishnu's finger in rage, which began to bleed profusely. So the blood, what did then Shiva do? He took his begging bowl and accumulated the blood that was flowing out of the index finger of Lord Vishnu. The flow became a stream gradually and finally originated as a river. So this is the mythological origin of which very famous river in India. Lord Shiva being enraged by Lord Vishnu because he showed his index finger, did not give him any alms. Shiva cut off his index finger, collected the blood in his begging bowl, and when the blood overflowed from Lord Brahma's skull, it gradually became a stream and then a river. May I have your answer now, DAV?
Sir, Gandaki.
Gandaki is a good guess, but incorrect. Passing that to SHMD Jaigaon. I need a quick answer, SHMD. Have to pass it, passing on to DPS Siliguri.
Yes, sir. No.
Yes, DPS.
The river Shipra. SHIPRA.
It is absolutely right. It is absolutely right. Let's clap for DPS Siliguri. Good answer. This is indeed the Shipra River. That would give 10 points to DPS Siliguri. Well done. And now, ladies and gentlemen, after all these questions, we have reached the last question of the quiz. But before that, what interests me is to have a look at the score, and let's see if the last question can change the fortune of any team. Because remember, top 4 teams from today's contest will qualify for the grand finale, which we are going to host sometime later in the month. The dates will definitely be given to you later. So, before the last question, SHMD, unstoppable today, and I believe deserves the loudest round of applause from all of us. He's on 70 points. Huge round of applause. 70 points. DAV is on 20 points. BSF Kolomtola is on -5. Royal Academy is on 30 points. Don Bosco Siliguri also on 30 points. And DPS Siliguri is on 15 points because DPS also picked up some negatives, so on 15 points. So the first place is almost secured, not almost, it is secured. 70 points cannot be overtaken because only one question to go, but there might be still some contest for the other spots. Last question, it's a direct for SHMD. The other teams will be praying that you get it wrong and it moves on to them. Here comes the last question. According to a legend, the Dor tribe of Rajputs founded this city of coal, where we still find the ruins of the Dor fortress. If coal is the ancient name, what is the current name of the city? SHMD, I want you to look straight at the question. According to legend, the Dor tribe of Rajputs founded this city. Which city? Last 3 seconds, because I'm going to be strict with you now. 3,
Sir, sir, hello. I think it's Aligarh.
Aligarh. Could you tell us Aligarh is in which state of India?
Yes, sir, it's Uttar Pradesh.
Aligarh. Okay, fair enough. Ladies and gentlemen, I have to say this. SHMD led the quiz right from the word go, and he has concluded the quiz in emphatic fashion. A wonderful, wonderful answer. It was not an easy question to answer. This is indeed the historically important city of Aligarh. Let's give a round of applause to SHMD Jaigaon one last time. And here comes the answer, by the way, on screen, Aligarh. All right, so that about does it for this round. I'm going to quickly stop the share and join you back in a while. So then, first of all, ladies and gentlemen, and to all the 6 participants, let's clap. You can clap for yourselves while I will clap for you. All the 6 participants, wonderful show. Thank you for participating in the first ever online edition of InspiriaQ 2020. We've had a wonderful session, just like what we had in the earlier session, which was semi-final 1. So what now remains to be said is the final scores, and let's see who are the 4 top participants who are going to find their way to the grand finals. We are going to stage that sometime around the 20th of this month, though that date is not confirmed as of now. We will ensure to give you the dates as and when we come to know of it. All right, so the final score, the winner by a long, long way, SHMD Jaigaon, ending the quiz on 80 points. DAV Biratnagar participating all the way from Nepal. This is lovely performance, but at the end of the day, participation is what matters. He ends the quiz on 20 points, and he deserves a round of applause. 20 points. BSF Kalamkala, probably not his day, ends the quiz on -5. Next is Royal Academy Matigoda on 30 points. Don Bosco Siliguri also on 30 points, and DPS Siliguri on 15 points. So let's see if we can pick out the top 4 finalists. It is going to be SHMD, then Don Bosco Siliguri, Royal Academy, and finally DAV Biratnagar. Those are our 4 finalists who are going to join us later in the month, and they are going to be joining another 4 finalists whom we picked up from semi-final 1, and let me tell you, they are pretty good. So what I can tell all the 4 participants from today's contest is please be prepared. So until we meet again, as I always say, lockdown or no lockdown, always be inquisitive and keep quizzing. Thank you very much, and bye-bye. Over to Gunjan.
Thank you so much for that sensational quiz, and Gautam ji. And we had a wonderful time quizzing today with all our quizzers from different schools. Thank you so much once again. Congratulations to the winners, and I am very excited, and I'm looking forward to the finale. So if this was a semi-final, well, I think the finale is going to be set on fire. And I sure hope you have played along with us, because 3 lucky winners will be given Amazon vouchers from Inspiria. So till then, we're going to see you in the finale. Thank you so much, Gautam ji, and the rest of the quizzers. We'll see you soon in the finale. And it's a bye from Inspiria Knowledge Campus.